through the Exchange server.
Sure. And we lost Matt for a second. Matt, are you there?
Yep.
Outstanding. Okay.
Okay.
And Matt's freezing just a little bit. And we lost Matt. No. I got dogs barking in the background. I got Matt. Okay, let me see if I can get Matt back online.
Back online.
Oh, I can hear you now.
There we go. Yeah, you never dropped off. I could hear you.
Hmm. I have no video though, so let me give you a buzz back real quick.
Okay.
All right. Sorry guys. Let me give Matt a call again.
Hello?
Hey Matt, there we are.
All right.
All right. That interruption was brought to you by Skype. Okay, what you were saying about a weak passwords and it changed before, I couldn't hear you at least.
Yeah, well, the week passed.
Oh, and he dropped off again.
I can still hear you.
Really?
Is video dropping?
A chat room when Matt is Matt dropping off to you too?
Hello? Can y'all still hear me in the chat room?
All right, Matt. That's I guess we're good now.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, so anyway, weak passwords problem. And I've had customers tell me I want this off, and this is in the past. I've told them we don't recommend it. Here's why. And these clients will usually have something happen, and they'll say, how can we prevent that? Well, you can prevent it by having strong passwords because somebody's passwords got stolen, and it's happened so many times. We just don't even do it. If they say, "Can you do it?" we say no. Not while we're supporting your computer. So if you want to, have some else support your computers, fine. But
Right.
the bottom line is, I can't have you have weak passwords, and then because you don't want to have any security, then you have an emergency that you're going to expect me to drop everything and fix your emergency because of your security lapse. So,
Oh, no, and I definitely agree. And it's difficult enough if you have a dedicated IT staff that's in house 24/7, or and most of the time to help support this. But if you're like yourself, Matt, where you support several businesses, you can't consume all of your time with just one client. Again, security is very important, and it's for some folks with security comes inconvenience, and they just don't like that the two are linked together.
yep. So the bottom line about the RDP: have a
Yes.
good password, use it. That's what it's there for. It's built in. It's free. I don't consider it a problem with a good password. And if they want security, he doesn't have a terminal server in this. This is just straight to a computer. Um, there's things you can do for terminal server that you can easily set up encryption on terminal server. But in this case, don't worry about it. Offer the VPN if they want to. But most of the time in a small business like this, they're not going to want to go through the hassle or the cost to do it. So don't worry about it. Use it. I use it all the time. I'm using it right now. I'm on a server with RDP.
Sweet. And you had also brought to my attention that at times there are issues with 2008 small business server where the computer names don't show up.
Wait, yes, but you know what? Let's. Did you get the part two?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I must have skipped it. My
I just want
apologies.
to mention one thing on this
Sure.
part two. Okay, so he says, "Hi again. I wanted to elaborate on his business model. He's a furniture retailer. His main task on his PC is monitoring email. He retrieves email through Outlook, and as far as I know, that is the extent of the internal network. So here's the thing, and here's one reason why I like Exchange. Obviously, there's no Exchange over here. There's two computers. Um, if he had Exchange, he could use Outlook and just open Outlook from from wherever he is, Pakistan, anywhere in the world. He opens up Outlook. It makes a connection back to the server. He doesn't have to log in remotely to do that. So that's not an option because he's not using Exchange server. But and I think he says his main task was PCs monitoring email. He
Right.
also goes to bank sites, which it depends on your connection. I wouldn't recommend that. So I'd rather have a connection back to the office. But I just wanted to mention with Exchange that people kind of are either don't like Exchange or they badmouth it, but everyone that we have that's on Exchange with this Outlook Anywhere, meaning you can open up Outlook, it connects back to the Exchange server across the internet. It's everybody loves it. That's one reason why clients that have Exchange never want to get rid of Exchange.
Gotcha. No, and it's definitely a neat tool. I mean, you have, like you said, you have Outlook Web Access. If you don't have the Outlook client on your PC, just launch a web browser and you're in. And so,
Yes, and it looks really nice on the Exchange 2007, Exchange 2010. Outlook Web Access is nice.
yeah,
So if they don't have to do, it's great for salespeople. They may not be creating documents, or whatever the circumstance. You don't want to buy Outlook. Outlook Web Access is fine. In fact, I have some clients that prefer Outlook Web Access even though they have the Outlook client installed.
hmm because the Outlook Web Access, and correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, it's about, I would say, 70% of the features of the full blown client,
Well,
but it gives you enough where you can get your email to your folders, to your global address list, and all that other stuff.
well, the new one on Exchange 2010, it's almost got every feature.
Oh, really? Oh, 'cause I have not played with 2010 yet. Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, it's almost equivalent. It's nice. It's very nice. I like it.
Sweet.
I wouldn't take it over Outlook, but for somebody who just needs to send and receive mail, that's not doesn't have. Well, no, it's actually the person I'm thinking about who uses it instead of Outlook client. He's got a pretty big mailbox. It might be 8 or 9 gigs, and
Wow.
he prefers the web interface.
Sweet, man.
All right, so I did. This is something I did see a few times. Actually, no, not a few times. I've seen this on every 2008 small business server that I've put in the service, and this can be from a migration or it can be a clean install, and I've seen it every time. Now, there's a feature in small business server where you go to the remote web workplace site and you have different options. You can check, I want to check my email, I want to connect to my computer, I want to look at the internal website, but the connected computer issue is what I've seen a problem. And what happens is everything works fine. They'll log into the site, and when they go to try and click on the connect to my computer link, there's no computer names. What's supposed to happen is if you click on it, you're supposed to pick your computer from the list. But what I've been seeing is computers in the list. It's just it says no computers available or something like that.
Okay.
If you log in as administrator, all the computers show up in the list. But for users, there are no computers in the list. And another way to check this is if you log into the small business server, you go to the server management console, pick a user account, and on the user account, one of the tabs says remote access, I think, remote access for computers or something. And there's a drop down list right there. There's nothing in that drop down list either. So that's an easy way to check if it's going to work. And I wish I had the exact wordage, but I don't. But anyway, it's a drop down list to show what computers they have remote access to, and it's empty. Now, there's a registry fix for this, and I don't know why it's done this on everyone I've put in. And it's a pretty simple fix, but you do have to make one addition to the registry. And these are again, these are migration that happened, very smooth migration, no errors, which is very rare. 2 or 3 clean installs of server where you take computers. These computers are brand new computers, brand new. So it's nothing fishy going on there. So in the registry, if you go to HKey, it's on the server, of course, HKey local machine.
Hey, Matt. You got some more freezing and lost Matt again.
Oh no! Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm having problems with the video, so let's go ahead and continue with the
Okay.
audio, sir.
So we're looking the articles I've seen on this, even on Microsoft's knowledge base. It says that you have to create a key under small business server, create a key called business productivity. Now, on all the ones I've done, that key is there. So you don't have to add the key business productivity.
Now, you say that the key is there, regardless if it's a new install, in migration. That key is there, right?
Right, that key is there.
Okay.
So the articles I found said you have to create a key named business productivity, but that's there. But in under business productivity, you're supposed to add a a new D word, 32-bit value with the name show all computers. And then you set show all computers to a value of 1. So in the articles I've read, it's because it's missing the business productivity key. That's there, but the D word is not there for show all computers.
Okay.
You add that, give it a value of 1, and magically it all works.
It's awesome.
I'm not sure if this is some kind of bug, but everyone I've done, that key is not.
Every single one, man.
It'll be a while before we notice this because this one I got a call again for this 2 days ago, and they've been having their server for about 2 months.
Wow.
Now, some people are using RDP access because let's say they have a Mac. Well, the Mac can't use remote web workplace.
Right. Hello, Matt. Hello, Matt.
Yep, I'm here.
There you are.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Okay. Okay. And this is one of those cases where I don't want to change the listening port on the workstation because then it'll break remote web workplace if they ever do want to use that. Because remote web workplace is going to talk to the computer over 3389.
Right.
So this is one of the cases where I changed the router. I'd say, look, if it's coming from the outside 3399, just redirect to 3389 on the so the people who might do it are from Macs. Maybe they didn't use Windows to remote web. A month later, they finally say, "Hey, this is not working." By the way, but I've gone back since I've got those two already put in, and they had the same problem. So I fixed all those. I added this key so that when they do try and use it, it's going to work.
Gotcha.
Very strange. Very strange. And I'm doing no, I did. Did I do? Okay, I did a small business server 2011 last week. I need to log in and check that one and see if they're set right. Which small business server 2011 is still it's still server 2008 underneath. Just like small business server 2008, it's still 2008 below it.
So
It's
it's the
just
same functionality, just a different look. Is that what you're saying?
well, some things are different.
Why is Matt freezing? Why?
Am I freezing?
Yeah, you're coming in and out. Well, at least on my end, but then Skype says I lose the call, and then you come back like an angel.
My Skype never says it lost connection.
Oh, okay. All right, sweet. All right, so on your back, but you said that
So
2011.
it's all 2008 underneath. It's just different version of Exchange, different remote web workplace, different Outlook, different Outlook web access. So
Sorry, people.
okay. Um, anyway, so if you put in a 2008, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. So if you put in a 2008, 2010, or 2011 small business server, check this key, because I don't think it's gonna. It fixes it because it's a known issue. I don't know. When I did a search for it, it came up everywhere of what this problem was.
Okay.
Um,
Is there a Google search term that folks can look for? 'Cause I don't have a link for this.